What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset Wolkernite Fight Championship 8, 17th of May. Cracking card already, and we've still got so many to announce, so many people that we're still trying to match up, but what a card it is shaping to be already. Links in the description for tickets, livemma.co.uk for the pay-per-view. Always the same, but yeah, make sure you do go through the fighters to get tickets through them so they get a bit of a kickback and come and support, obviously, your friends and your family and stuff. But without further ado, I'm joined by Kasen Hickinson. How you doing, my man?
Not too bad yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yeah, so obviously, one thing I wanted to start on with this was you've had a couple of quite high-profile fights recently. Obviously, the last time we saw you on Vulcanite, you had a title fight, and then
Yeah.
you've had your adult debut. Are you looking forward to kind of getting back to a fight where it's not so much of a massive occasion? At the end of the day, it's just a fight. It's not a title
Hmm.
fight. It's not a debut. It's just a fight, and you can really focus on the fight itself being the occasion, not anything surrounding it.
Yeah, I feel like the bow fight I let the occasion get to me a little bit, and I don't think I performed to the best of my abilities. He obviously came out strong, had a good game plan, executed it well. He was the better man on the day, and to be fair, my adult debut didn't really the occasion don't really get to me. I really enjoyed the fight. You know, it was against another tough opponent, and yeah, the occasion didn't really get to me, to be fair. But
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
excited for this one.
Yeah, when I watch you fight, obviously I've only ever seen your fights as youth MMA. I always thought it'll be so much better for you when you're able to strike to the head and you'll be able to use the full arsenal. Have you found that that's something that's come into your game and that you've been a bit more at ease with the striking, not having to think about, oh well, I can't hit to the head.
Yeah, I feel like the junior fights are much more favoured to like jiu-jitsu and wrestler fighters, obviously, because you can't set things up. And yeah, transitioning to the adults, I felt like my styles, it suits it a little bit better now that I can set things up to the head. And yeah, I think it does suit my style better. And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be fair.
Yeah. And then you're taking on someone you obviously know really well. We all know really well because you fought on the same card so many times before. Taking on Rhys Lawrence. Obviously he had his full adult debut on the last card. Did you see anything of him that surprised you at all, or was it pretty much just what you expected from Rhys?
Uh, I'm not too sure. He looked better on the feet, but I can't. You can't really tell if anyone's good on the feet in juniors because it's body shots. But yeah, obviously I was in the corner for my teammate when he won his adult debut, and yeah, I know he's I think he's blue belt in jiu-jitsu, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew he'd be looking to try use his jiu-jitsu game, and obviously he did it well against Sam. But yeah, that's what I expected, really. To be fair,
Yeah. Are you surprised that this is the first time you two meeting in terms of an MMA competition? Because I thought you'd have competed a while ago, considering you've been on the same show quite a lot.
but yeah, not really surprised. To be fair, he would fight juniors 66. I'd fight 61. So no, I knew this fight was going to happen. It was always shaping up to happen. I know he's a good opponent, and yeah, I'm happy to be fair. Amateurs, I'm facing these tough opponents. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting the rounds in against good people. So then, hopefully, if I make a career out of it and go pro, I'll be used to going with good people, fighting good people, getting that good experience.
Yeah, I see it too often where I see the first 4 or 5 fights of someone's amateur career and they might win them all, but I'm like, you've not really fought anyone. Like, and then you're gonna fight someone and you're gonna shit yourself because you're gonna realize that yeah, someone is gonna be give you a good scrap. What have
Yeah.
you kind of been working on leading up to the fight? Have you kind of just been trying to bring everything all together?
Yeah, it's MMA at the end of the day, so you kind of work on everything. We obviously at Rough Diamonds, we do everything. I'm in every class, the Muay Thai class, the MMA class. So I'm just training as usual, really. Obviously, I've watched him quite a bit, so I'm trying to, base a game plan around him. But I don't want to think about his side too much. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. I'm things I'm looking to improve, but don't want to give too much away. you know.
Yeah. In terms of just what you feel like you've kind of learned since we last saw you, obviously against Bo, and you said you might have let the occasion get to you. Do you think you've kind of maybe mentally grown a little bit and been like, "Right, it's not that much of a big deal"?
Yeah, I feel like that was, a big lesson for me. I feel like I learned huge amounts. I wouldn't change the result for like the world. The only thing I change about a fight is the way I reacted to it. I was a bit of a spoiled brat at the end. Didn't shake his hand. It's his moment, and I was a bit selfish there. But I spoke to her and I said like, "That's poor from me." But yeah, I think I grew from that, learned a lot from it, and yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. To be fair.
Yeah, I think with how long your fight's been announced for and how long you've got, I feel like you get a bit more time to prepare, maybe at the amateur adult level. Do you think
Yeah.
that's obviously a bit of a benefit to yourself that you've got more time to prepare and more time to kind of get your head focused on the day of the fight?
Yeah, it gives you like a lot of time to, yeah, like you said, prepare, do the right things, get in the right shape, do the right things. Yeah, I prefer like knowing I'm gonna fight a lot sooner, because then I can properly put a camp in, know what I'm working towards. Gives you a goal, doesn't it? So
Yeah. Have you got many of your team fighting on the card as well? I've not seen too many announced.
to be fair, I ain't even seen who's announced. Like, I don't think any of my teammates are matched yet, but hopefully you can get loads of us on. It's always good when we come down. So yeah, hopefully get a few of us on there.
Yeah, exactly. And just before I let you go, Kason, have you got any sort of prediction for how you think the fight's gonna go? Any sort of way that you could see the fight kind of taking place, or maybe?
Um, well, like everyone said in the comments of the fight, the fight posted, it's going to be a cracking fight. I
Mm,
know he's going to bring it. I know he's game, and I think he knows I'm game as well. So it's going to be a good one. So I'll have predictions closer to the fight, when I've done my training camp. But for now, I'm just focusing on myself, doing all the right things, and then that's when it gets close to the fight, when the occasion starts to, build on you. That's when I start visualizing what I'm going to do, and that's when I'll have the predictions.
yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to it, Kason. Like I said, when I've watched you, like I said previously, when I watched your fights, I always thought I'd be more interested to see you when you can strike to the head and stuff, and you can use the full range of your abilities. But no, really looking forward to this fight. I think it's going to be, like I said, like people were saying, it's going to be an unbelievable fight, and yeah, it might very well steal the show. But Kason, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I really appreciate your time, and yeah, looking forward to fight night.
Thank you for having me, Chris. Appreciate you, mate.
Yeah, not a problem. Links in the description. Like I said, guys, make sure you tune in just for this fight specifically. It's going to be unbelievable. But yeah, 17th of May, Vulcanite Fight Championship 8. Do not miss it. Thank you very much, mate.
Nice one. Cheers.